Oh, hello there. Welcome to Spirit and You. My name is Debbie. Hello, Sagittarius. Good to have you here. Here is your February 2019 general reading. So what I've done for you, Sagittarius, is I've got 8 cards lined here and also a spirit animal guide, which I'll show you at the end. So I'd like to say a huge thank you for watching me today and for the likes and the subscriptions last month. It's fabulous. Thank you very much for doing that. Slowly but surely they're rising, so great stuff. Let's get on with the first card that you got for February. And very interesting to kick you off, you've got such a lovely card. You got the star. There it is. Can you see that? Yeah, look, the star. So lovely. Fate and destiny is the first thing that comes to mind with the star. And also the fact that, you know, you are a star. You shine like a star. You've got the brightness and the ability and the creativity to project what you need to project, to be who you need to be. And the star would say to you, there's a lot of spirituality in this card. There's a lot of spirituality within you. There's a capability within you. So just remember that you've got a lot of resources inside of you and a lot of resources that you can tap into, hence the star aspect. See the colours there? Energy. That's your own energy, and that's your own energy to keep yourself going, to keep yourself alive and to keep yourself magical. And this ties in very nicely with right at the end of the spread here, the end of the month, you've got the Magician taking you through to the end of the month. So there's some magic going on here. I'm drawn to that. They're literally opposite each other and they're kind of looking down at each other and across at each other, which is why I've got to bring the Magician in now, because I'm being pulled that way. So the fact that there's magic here, the Magician is here, that could mean, I mean, you know, it could honestly mean that somebody just loves magic. They love magic tricks. They love that whole mysticism thing. Or it could be that there's just a lot of magic inside of you that you can make happen. You can make magic happen. It's that kind of thing. You can produce things. You can create the situation that you want to be in. I'm a firm believer of the law of attraction. A lot of people are. And as you go through your life, you realise that what you put out comes back. What you attract wants to come back to you, finds you attractive. So it's that energy that you give out. And this card shows energy, because look at the star. It's a heaven, galaxy, solar system, universal feeling, but it's much more about what's inside of you, the ability to pull out what you need and to make magic happen. So it's creative. I'm getting a very strong pull, which I often get with this card, of children. And there could be children in your life, children that need playing with, children that you're actively involved with, and also could be the child within that needs to come out. You've got to remember to be light, you've got to remember to have fun, and you've got to remember to bring out that child within and remember when things just felt light, the joy. It's strong, because the child within, when this card comes out, it's asking you to tap into that and to remember not to be too serious, which, by the way, we can all do, and I'm guilty of it, and we forget sometimes because we're so immersed in creating our future, creating the right path and the right situation, that we forget that we can actually just reach up to the stars and realise the limitness and the expansion that's out there, and the fun of climbing trees. Particularly get out and climb trees. It's just great, isn't it? The stuff you did as a child, the stuff that you can do as an adult, fun, children, childlike play, and that magic that's inside of you, and what the universe wants to give you, because there's a lot of alchemy in this card. So it's working within and also pulling in the resources that are out there for you to tap into. So it kicks you off with fate and destiny and something nice happening, but you're producing it. You are attracting it. Beautiful, Sagittarius, to start the month. Hey, and then look, you got the Son of Swords. This is Sagittarius through and through. Okay, this is you going for it, and you can see, can't you? You can see this bird swiftly. I mean, look how decisive and how striking. Now it's a sword, and that refers to the mind, matters of the mind, the chitter chatter, sometimes the clatter, but often it's just thoughts. With this case, it's direction. It's, I've got an idea, I'm going for it. I've got a thought and it won't go, so I'm going for it. A little bit like the star looking over the magician here. They absolutely want to work together and talk. They're not going anywhere, but you're going somewhere. Okay, you are on the move, and it's to do with what's up in here, but it's not hindering you, it's propelling you. So this is forward movement and motion, because look at the energy here. Can you see the way that the energy goes there? And that's what I'm drawn to in terms of energy. Goes right into you and just pushes you forward. Just pushes you forward. So use that sharp intellect, that ability to communicate, and let people know what you want to do. It could be for some of you as well that because it's a son, we do have to heed that. It could be that you are the son of somebody, or that you have a son and you're showing them which way to go in terms of you're having a conversation with them. So it could be that family element. It feels very strongly about communication and moving forward, and you using your own energy to move forward because of all this energy that you've got in your star card here. So you're moving forward and you're creating something really nice. Going into now kind of the second week is the Four of Wands. So this is energy again. This is drive, determination, goals, passion, self-belief, potential, definitely potential, aiming, reaching, growing and diving in. And it's all based around what you want to do. How is it at work? How do I make those foundations better? What do I need to do? Do I need to study a little bit more? Do I need to build a better foundation? Do I need to talk about it as you would be doing here, about where you see the situation going? If it's to do with home life and your personal relationship, this is you making the foundation. This is you talking about what you need to create in the relationship to make it more comfortable, to give it the roots it needs, to give it the support and the foundation. A little bit like a house with a roof. Without a roof, you'd get a bit wet, wouldn't you? So you'd be building with this one. So this is you looking, surveying the situation, thinking, yeah, it's going in the right direction. I'm moving forward with what I desire. I'm making things happen. So I'm looking at the bigger sort of spectrum of work, business, a business that you could be in, a business that you want to be in, the work that you actually do, and your home life as well, as in the material aspect of that, making it nice, making it comfortable, making the relationship firmer, because I get the sense of foundation. I'm drawn to the middle again, which happens with this card. I'm drawn to the diamond there, the you squaring things up and squaring it up at work, having the conversation if you need to have the conversation at work, squaring things up. It could be that for some of you, you're a draftsman. I get that idea of draftsman, that sort of technical drawing, and you're squaring things up, and it's plans for something. You're making plans when you're making foundations, and it's around work, and could definitely also be around the family life, the home, the relationship. And then when you go further into the second week, you've got the Hermit here. Can you see that okay? Yeah, the Hermit. Major card. Now the Hermit, I feel the sign of Virgo coming through, that sort of September time being relevant for some of you. And it could be that there's an energy of somebody, an earth sign in your life. Because Virgo and Capricorn and Taurus have all got that feel, but this is an earth sign, but I am drawn particularly to Virgo for some of you. But this is you having the light bulb moment, knowing which way you're going. But also this card would say to you as well that because you have a tendency to be full steam ahead and to rush into the situation, sometimes we need to rush, and we definitely need energy. This would ask you to slow down where you need to slow down. And there is something about the Hermit that always asks you to do a little bit of inner work. It says, if there's something on your mind, as this would dictate, also, the sword here was about what's on your mind, but that is propelling you forward and moving forward. This could be that in order to keep that energy going and to keep you headed and to keep you steadfast, you would need to have a conversation with yourself. You need to do a bit of inner work. It's about, well, what's troubling me? Why do I feel foggy? I don't want to feel foggy because I've got this direction. I feel driven. I've got this energy because the star has got alchemy, and the universe is looking down on you saying, come on, you can do this. It's all inside of you. But if there's a nag, and if there's something that's making you not sleep as well, or you're in a relationship or a situation where it needs some inner work, it needs two heads together to talk it through, then talk it through. Because what you don't want to do is go inside your shell here, literally, as in clamp up, as in, oh, can't talk about it, I do it this way, don't bother me with this now because otherwise that'll just throw me because I'm going in this direction. The hermit aspect is a very powerful, very spiritual, very meditative card, and it asks you to look at the bigger picture, look at the pattern of your behaviour, the pattern of the situation you're in, if it's in a relationship or if it's at work, whatever it is. It would ask you to go inside, to be able to bring it out, to be able to sort it out. So for some people, this is just needing to meditate and to relax that sort of clattery mind that I talked about, and just relax it down a little bit. And for others, it's just you've had a light bulb moment. Yep, makes sense. It's what I was thinking about. It's what I dreamt about. It's the way I see things going at work or in the relationship. So inner work needing for you to, in order to open up the door and to step out into the world, as it were, to step out of yourself, you've got to have cleaned out the cupboards almost, cleaned out the debris, and you've got to have had that light bulb moment, and you've got to have cleared the fog a little. Okay, so this card is inner work and a little bit of meditation where it's needed, and you will know which avenue, which area of your life just needs that little bit of that. It's a very positive card because it shows that you have the ability to pull out those resources, which you clearly do, Sagittarius, because as you go into the third week, talk about ability, you get the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. This is your money. This is your standing. This is where you've got so far. This is how people see you so far in your life. So there could be that you've reached this lovely level of maturity where you are finally in a very nice financial position. Money is there, money is coming in, money is growing. I'm wearing nice clothes, I can buy nice things. But it's not number 10, and it's not finished, and it's not over, and it's never done anyway, but you're getting there. And number 9 is that need to, it's a study. It feels like I need to uncover, I need to study, and I need to travel in my mind. So travelling and studying come in strongly with this card. And it could be as well, because the month of September I'm being pulled to, is that some of you are literally just booking a holiday, or you're travelling and you're going on some adventure, and you're making it really kind of special. You're going somewhere warm because of the red here. But this is your own energy as well. This is you reaching a level of maturity where you've worked hard for X amount of years and you've managed to save some money and things are looking better. So, and that shows that you are able to do that very nicely. It's feathering your nest. It's you've made things comfortable by your own ability and your own hard work. So you're in a nice position here, and the money is coming in and the money is mounting. That gives you that sense of stability, and that gives you that lovely aspect of just resting on the fluffiest of pillows, metaphorically speaking, and also physically, just relaxing and resting in the comfort of knowing that you're going in the right direction, that you're making things happen, and that money is coming and it's getting better. It's really lovely, and it's getting so much better that you've got the Lovers. Now, this card particularly, because it sits beside your number 9 of Pentacles here, it almost wants to nudge that way. So it could be for some of you that it is a love relationship, that you are like two birds flying off, as these two are, that you are in unison, that you're working in tandem, that there's a union here, that there's we swim together, as it were. You could even be swimming, but you're just together, and it's beautiful. And it shows if this is a new relationship, it has just got loads of potential, because look at the colours there, the energy that's vibing off the two of you. This could be a partnership where you just click and you just get on in work because it's a union, and in a relationship because it's the Lovers. So it's not a sense of being tied to something, it's a sense of a union, that you're working together on something. You could be working on a project together. You could be putting two heads together, as I talked about earlier, and you're making plans to move forward with something, planning your holiday, planning your life, planning the route of a journey as well. But there's communication and there's singing in this as well. Somebody is singing, and somebody is singing beautifully as well, and their voice just flows and it feels so soft and so welcoming to be around. It's definitely musical. Could be that your heart is singing to you because things just make sense. But I'm strongly getting somebody singing here, and really not belting it out, just it is beautiful for people to hear, to get the sense of like ringing in my ear, but in a really beautiful sensation. So two people getting along very well, a situation at work, like a partnership or somebody that you work with, you're starting to gel, you're starting to get the union right, you're talking about things and you're two heads together, so you're discussing options and ideas, and it's feeling better because it needs to, doesn't it? You have to be able to work with somebody and get along with them, and if you live with somebody, you want to get on with them as well, don't you? So this card would suggest that you're talking things through, and you're swimming, flying, moving, this union, you've got things together. There's a vibe here, you're gelling, it's lovely. Oh, interesting, you get two again here. I mean, the lovers, and then the Two of Cups brings me into, and they're sat together. This is lovely. Look at the Two of Cups. So two people, yes, two people being very important, two people in a relationship. Again, this union. So this is, because it's cups, and cups often talk about emotion, you know, and it could be that there's, for some of you, that you're with a water sign like a Scorpio or a Pisces or a Cancer, and they've got this watery element to them, and it's just so good being around them. I know Valentine's coming up as well, so that's interesting, isn't it? So roses for Valentine's Day, and love is in the air. Literally, love is in the air here. So this could be two people that are very important, two people in a relationship, two people getting along, and they're getting along because the roses are crossing. So they are like this, they're in union, they're in harmony, they're in a relationship, and they're communicating, and they've got this sense of, they talk about things. They want to get along, or they want to put their heads together in a conversation, not in any other way. There's a harmony here, which is really lovely. If it's in the workplace, it can still be that this is just, the relationship has harmonized, that the relationship has joined, that there's the friction has gone, and that people are rubbing together properly rather than causing a friction. And that's a really nice feeling. That's sort of the goblets. This is a feeling of my cup is full, not my cup is empty. So there's a positivity to this, which would really suit you, Sagittarius, because you don't really work on that negative element. You work on a very spiritual, knowing, very, I can do this attitude. And when you have a moment where you feel, or if you do have a moment, for some of you, where you feel a little unsure, then the Hermit would say, well, don't be, just do that inner work. Just think about it, just pull back, relax yourself down and pull out what you need so that you can feel like this positivity, this, I got this, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing at work and in my relationships. It feels very positive. And what's beautiful as well is at the end of the month, you know, when I showed you the star here at the beginning, I'm just getting the cards for you, the star. Then right at the end we had the Magician. You know, I was talking about the magic that was coming in. The Magician, which is another major card. It's a really lovely way to end the month for you, because it shows that you start off with the star, which is that creating the situation. It's that energy, it's that power, it's that fate and destiny. Starting you off with the month saying, I can, I will, I must, I will, I do, I can. It's all of those things. They're going round and round and round in the figure of 8, but with the number 5 coming through, which shows your creativity. The Magician at the end of the month pulls you down to the roots, says to you, right, you definitely did this, you've got this, all bases covered. And that's what the Magician means. Again, there's alchemy in this, there's magic in this, there's the ability to make things happen. There's also the ability to have self-belief. You can only fire on 4 cylinders if you've had enough rest, if you have enough inner knowing, and if you have the ability to understand yourself. Otherwise you get, I don't know, you run out of steam, and you don't want to do that. The Magician says there's no need for that. If you take your time and you survey the situation and you look at what needs to be done, you can get your work right, you can get your relationship right, the emotional side of it right, and you can get the finances right, because you have the ability to change things, you have the ability to make things happen. So you have the ability to converse very well here and have a conversation in your relationship and at work. You have the ability to materialize money because you're a fire sign and you've got this energy, and you're also very bright. So you can make the money come with ideas and with determination. And with the element of earth here, it keeps you grounded. It makes you realise and keeps you from not going off too fast, from not reacting. It keeps you grounded so that you can plan it a bit better, and you can pace yourself and you can connect with the earth, because the star would have you off that universal spiritual aspect, which is great. And the magician would pull you down here with the earth element. The other elements just you encompass, but the earth element would pull you down and say, right, we need to be grounded. We've got to have all our bases covered, and we've got to come from every angle. So we've got to know where we are. We've got to have all corners covered, all bases covered, and the foundation right. With all that in mind, this is when we make the magic happen. This is when things just get better and better and better, okay? And they do, because it gives you that ability. It's energy, and it's energy that, you know, it's coming from you, it's out of you when you've done that inner work, if you need to. But the magician says, because it looks over at the star and the star looks over at the magician, that at the beginning and at the end there's that lovely line, that lovely thread of knowing, of understanding, of determination, and of making things happen. This particularly is about you. It's about you and how you create your reality and your situation, coming from a place of sincerity and authenticity, which I can't say, but just coming from you. And when you do that, you produce things that are just magical and that people want to see and people want to hear. So you're very good at what you do, and you're very, very caring in the way that you do it. Caring for yourself as well is most important, isn't it? You must do that. That's lovely, Sagittarius. And then you've got this sweet little mouse. As your spirit animal guide, you think, okay, so I got a mouse, did I? But you know what? This is wonderful, because they are so, so clever. I mean, I know people do experiments on mice, which is awful, but they're so bright. You know, this is your ability. Look at the stars on here. And of course, it's looking over at the star. And you've got stars. And again, as I look at it, it's pulling you down to, it's giving you the feeling and telling you, right, you've got the ability to be very quick. You've got the ability to run round. You've got the ability to act, manoeuvre, and make things happen. But don't forget to slow down as well, because I want to pull you down to the earth here, as well as have you up in the universe and tapping in to that spirituality of you, that ability to use your fate and destiny in the alchemy. But you've also got to remember that you'll get tired if you don't slow down and protect yourself a little bit, and snuggle up when you need to snuggle up of an evening and relax. But you have got the stars looking down on you, and you've got this magical ability to create your own reality, to look to the stars for guidance if you need them, look within when you need to, because you'll already have the answers, and pull it out so that you can make a difference. This is ingenuity, okay? It's ability and it's creativity. So I think you are a creator of your own destiny, because of fate and destiny looking over. So the month is looking promising. You've got some beautiful cards here. You've got a lot going for you, and you've got everything to aim for. Okay, Sagittarius, it's going to be a lovely month for you, because you're going to create it that way. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, please would you like, and even better if you subscribed, as the subscriptions are rising, and I am extremely grateful for your support. It means a great deal to me. It shows that you're enjoying the videos and that I can continue to do it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Have a fabulous February. Oh, just before I go, I am doing weekly cards. I'm just pulling 1 or 2 cards per week just to explore the energies. They're a little bit of fun. So if you subscribe, you'll get a little notification, and then just kind of hop over, have a look at them, and it'll just show the energy for the week. Bit of fun. It's lovely. Okay, Bye bye.